So when Stephen and Sam Newland heard about the shortage of personal protective equipment for some key workers, they decided to do something amazing.
They used a 3D printer that Stephen got for his 40th birthday, and they stopped printing stormtrooper masks for their children and started making medical-grade face shields for local healthcare staff.
That's brilliant, isn't it? So far, they've made and donated 380 visors, most of them to their local air ambulance team, and have acquired 2 more printers so they can be made 24 hours a day. Right now, we can speak to Stephen and Sam, who are in Cambridge, and also Dr. Antonia Hazelrig, one of the air ambulance doctors who received a mask from RAF Whitton. Good morning to you, and both. All of you, thank you so much for joining us. Stephen, I can see behind you these 3D printers. I mean, just explain to us or show us what you're making, and you're getting quite a few made, aren't you?
Well, your numbers are a little bit out of date, because on one of these platters is our 500th visor that we've made. So overnight we've managed to produce enough numbers and collecting from our team that we're now on our 500th one, which is really good. If you bear with me, we're building or printing the visor portion, which will then combine with a bit of acetate and some essentially button elastic that you can get from haberdasheries. And then this is then used to protect the face, but you've still got enough room underneath to wear a mask. Yeah.
It's amazing, Sam, that a 40th birthday present, a 3D printer, and this seems now to have become sort of a full-time operation. How much work are you pouring into this?
Well, in between looking after the kids, trying to do some work for my job as well, and we're just kind of every minute seems to be sort of filled up with trying to get this done. We realise sort of how important it is for like Magpas, particularly for the air ambulance crew, to have this sort of equipment. So ultimately, in any spare time we have, we're just trying to get as many numbers up together to get out to the teams that need them.
Oh, it's absolutely fantastic. Let's speak to Dr. Antonia Hazelrig, who's, right there with the air ambulance, and I think one of these actual visors. What would you like to say to them?
Yeah, good morning. Well, what we'd like to say to Sam and Steve, because with social distancing we haven't been able to say hello to them in person, is thank you so much. And it has made a massive difference to how we're able to provide our life-saving care when we go out to critically unwell patients.
Give us an idea, Antonia, of the importance of having that protective equipment, and maybe an idea of the difference that it's made to have that supply from Sam and Steve.
Yeah, no, definitely. So we provide our life-saving care in normal times, but wearing protective equipment has made that just slightly more difficult day to day at the moment. And we are in this PPE for a long amount of time. In terms of these visors, they've made a huge difference compared to goggles or alternatives, where sometimes when we're in it for a long time, they get very steamed up. So in terms of this, it provides us with the ability to be able to still see the patient and provide those critical interventions when we need to.
Sam and Stephen, you must be really proud. What's that message like for you?
It's quite overwhelming, to be honest. It really is.
I mean, we started out just wanting to try and help the people that we knew were in the front line with the jobs that both of us have. We both wear PPE and we know what it's like when it's not fitted correctly.
Yeah.
So, yeah, just to know that it is making a difference. And like so, it doesn't matter that we haven't met the people. We just want to make sure the people in the front line are getting good PPE that works for them. Because we know, obviously, like Magpas, they're taking sort of like the A&E to the patient, and being able to do those really important procedures like intubations and stuff like that, having the good PPE so they can see makes a massive difference.
And Antonia, to come back to you, how does it make you and the other guys who are working feel that, you've got Sam and Steve here who are working basically every spare minute producing these masks? They've got friends and neighbours who are giving them 3D printers to work at the same time. And all this is going on while you're trying to do the job that you're trying to do to the best of your ability. It's wonderful to see it all come together.
I find it really inspiring at the moment, and I think that's across the UK at the moment, that we're seeing these communities coming together and able to provide support that in actual fact is going to protect and look after our most vulnerable at the moment. So it is absolutely phenomenal that it's not only us going out there and providing that care, But in actual fact, their ability to be able to do that at the moment actually comes from our local communities, which I think is absolutely amazing.
I mean, what's striking me about listening to all of you is that we can all probably do something, but I mean, genuinely, having a 3D printer and knowing how to use it, and how do you even find out how to make it, Stephen?
So, for starters, the 3D printing community has really embraced this as a problem we feel we can tackle. There's groups sprung up in our country, in the US, across Europe, all doing very, very similar things. I have to give a shout out to people like printforvictory.org in the UK, as well as Key Workers Key 3D printing support in Cambridge as well, who are all trying to get a large national effort to produce these for frontline workers. The design itself is a free design you can download off the internet.
Excellent
Brilliant.
work.
Thank you very much. I'm sure once this is all over, I don't know if Antonia's a fan of Star Wars, maybe you can make her a Stormtrooper helmet as well, but we've loved... Hold on.
No, no way.
There you go.
Antonia, you can't see that, but there's a Stormtrooper helmet with your name on it.
And I think it's got a visor on it as well, as far as I can see. But listen, thank you so much. Absolutely brilliant work. That's it from us for this morning. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for all your messages as well.
We'll see you tomorrow with Breakfast back from 6 o'clock. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.